The ultimate case in Jujutsu Kaisen is the case that doesn't let Yuji die. The case that keeps Yuji going even now. This quote is from KAIYO, an absolutely goated YouTuber. He tweeted this out a couple of days ago, and as I read it, the cogs started whirring instantly with an insane crackpot theory. And I really mean it's fucking batshit crazy. I mean, it might actually be the worst one I've dropped on this, worst or best one I've dropped on this channel so far, and that's Yuji's case technique. That has been theorized to be many things: soul swapping, black flash control, Sukuna shrine, blood manipulation, gravity, or even straight up heavenly restriction and throwing hands with everyone that comes across. But KAIYO's tweet, he got me thinking, what if it's none of those? What if Yuji Itadori is actually immortal? Now, before you look at me and say I'm a psychopath, hear me the fuck out. Yuji, over the course of the series, has died twice now. Once to Sukuna taking his heart, and the other to Yuta killing him and then instantly healing him. But what if these people, if they weren't acting out of their own free will? And I know this sounds absolutely batshit crazy, because it is, but Yuji survived death twice now in this whole series. It's been leading up to his death. The themes within the series are around Yuji's death, about his sacrifice, about his potential unaliving, and, you know, all this stuff in amongst all of that. He started eating Sukuna's fingers to eventually die and take Sukuna with him, and Yuji has been set up to die literally since the first chapter. It's what he's been going towards here. But what if in this cruel twist of fate that Gege decided Yuji can't die due to him being immortal, and him being the byproduct of Kenjaku's experiments, and Kenjaku, who's realistically not far off someone who is immortal. He's someone who's been walking around the air for 1,000 years swapping brains in and out of people because, you know, fuck it, why not? And we know for an indisputable fact that immortality does in fact exist within the series, and we know that because Tengen themselves is actually immortal. And recently in a video I theorized that Tengen and Sukuna may actually be connected due to the way they look and the connection that Kenjaku made when he saw Tengen's face for that first time. But to further expand on that theory, what if Tengen was the creator of Sukuna, and hence why Sukuna looks like Tengen, something even Kenjaku pointed out when they met face to face? What the fuck? My PC's fucking glitching out. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck?
Hey guys, it's KAIYO here, and in today's video we'll be going over why Yuta is overrated by the fanbase part 49, and wait a second, where am I? This isn't my channel or even my video, but this topic looks pretty interesting. A little theory that carries over from what Mr. Weeb was just talking about is, what if this immortality is actually the key for Yuji being the perfect vessel, specifically the vessel for the merger? The reason I believe that the merger needs a vessel is because I think it would just be too much power to go uncontained. The merger might just collapse or fail to maintain form if it doesn't have a medium to actually hold it. So after Kenjaku merges Tengen of all the humans of Japan, what if he places the merger inside of Yuji, and Yuji is the only one who can actually handle it due to his curse of immortality? It's an absolutely crackpot theory that very likely won't happen, but if it does, it would be very interesting to see how it plays out, both for the plot and also for Yuji's character, and to see where his character actually goes. Would the main cast actually have to try to kill Yuji? Would Yuji actually try to end himself somehow? It's a very interesting dilemma.
Okay, that was really fucking weird. My PC just bugged out crazy. I hope that doesn't affect the video in any sort of way. That was really fucking weird. Now back to this theory. This theory about Yuji might actually be my biggest crackpot theory when it comes to the Yuji Itadori crackpot theories that I've cooked up over the months, because honestly, you know, I'm down for always having a crackpot theory on this channel. It's my thing. It's my bread and butter. It's my brand. But if Yuji turned out to be immortal, I could provide you with some examples, specifically the two that saved Yuji's life. Number one, Yuji and Todo. Now, this is one of the weaker of the two on the argument, I will say, but Todo all of a sudden recognizing and referring to Yuji as his brother is either one, the same thing that happened to Choso, or two, Todo just simply being fucking mentally ill and a legitimate psychopath. But for the sake of my copium and my crackpot theory, I'm gonna say it's him being the former, which leads me to my point of number two, Choso's memories all of a sudden coming into fruition after almost killing Yuji, and even Sukuna seemed to sense something that was going on at this point. However, I do want to point out the comparisons here that happened within the manga and the anime felt different. In the manga, Sukuna felt a lot more intrigued. In the anime, it was more just seemed across like disappointment, which is interesting, but take that as you will. But this brings me to the free will part of this argument. Now, how would Yuji's case technique affect a person's free will? Well, let you decide that one in the comments below, because that one, I've not really figured out the logistics of that. Maybe at some point down the line, it could be a case of maybe it's mirror and bleach in some way, but I will give you some juice to help you along with those crackpot theories. And I'll use Haruta and Takaba as examples of these. These two both have extremely powerful chaos techniques. Haruta basically storing miracles that allows him to survive things he absolutely should not. Something he had no control over, nor did he have any proper awareness of. And then Takaba's technique also allows him to bring into reality what he finds funny, allowing him to basically warp reality in certain instances, completely negating damage and attacks, which is insane. So my theory here is, what if Yuji's curse technique is actually immortality, just like Tengen's? However, unlike Tengen, Yuji is completely unaware of this technique, and a side effect of his technique is people who intend to do harm to Yuji and kill Yuji end up being affected by this curse technique and are swayed somewhat into decisions that end up actually keeping Yuji alive. Similar to Aizen within Bleach, his Zanpakuto, once you're under the influence of his Zanpakuto, you're there. That's it. It's unfortunate. And it could be the exact same with Yuji's curse technique here. If your intentions are to harm or to kill him, you know, it could just be completely negated by his curse technique, which is why Sukuna decided to save Yuji that one time, because we know full well Sukuna does not give a single fuck about what happens to Yuji. Why would he decide to save him that one time with Megumi, but then not against Choso? Why care about that? He was just willing to let Yuji die out in Shibuya like that. He was willing to let him bleed out there and then. And I know Yuji has somehow managed to survive fights within the series that he basically just straight up should not have. And I know this is an absolutely batshit crazy, but you know I love me some crackpot theories. But I'm going to pass the question off to you. Do you think there is a basis for this, or am I absolutely off my rocker? Because I completely understand that sometimes I get too lost in the source with these theories, but it's all part of the fun and games of it. Anyway, that's everything from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, quite possibly the most crazy batshit theory that I think I've ever produced on this channel. Anyway, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe, because that always helps me out. As always, I will catch you guys all in the next one. Much love, big kisses, peace.